Hi. Oh, look at that sunshine behind me. I'm going to talk about God's guidance. Okay, so I was in a town recently, a town I grew up in, and the town I grew up in has grown exponentially, and I haven't been there in many years, and I got lost. But there's one restaurant that serves a certain type of food that I wanted before I left the town to come back to my own house. And I couldn't find it. I got lost. The construction, I got lost. The cars. Whoa, the cars were so many cars. And the streets, I remember the name of the streets, but they did not look familiar to me at all. This place was not the same place I grew up in, I'll tell you that. So anyway, I was driving around looking for this restaurant that I knew had the food I liked. So I drove to that place, and the place wasn't there anymore, or I just was in the wrong spot. But I was getting very frustrated, and I said, Lord, can you please guide me to the restaurant, to the food I like, to who understands what I'm saying, because I have to describe the food, because I say one food and that's a bread, so they think I just want a bread, but this roti is a bread, but I want a roti that it's a big roti, and then they put the chicken and the rice, chicken and the potato in there, and then they fold it over and roll it up, so it's about this long and about this fat, and so places I went, they every time I would say, do you have a roti, they would show me the roti round bread, and that's not what I want. So I was getting frustrated, so I asked the Lord to please guide me to the right place. And when I said that, I was coming up to a stoplight, and so I was like, turn right. So I turned right. So I turned right, and straight ahead of me was a place called Punjabi Palace. And so I went in Punjabi Palace, and I was explaining to them what I was looking for. I was explaining it to a lady there, but she also was showing me the roti. And then I was saying, no, it's a wrapped up. So then she was just showing me a wrap. I said, no, that's not it. And then a guy came up from the kitchen. I guess he overheard me talking. He didn't speak very much English too. He didn't speak it, but I guess he understood it, because I explained it to him, and then he explained it to her. It took a minute. And he explained it to her, and then I said, they were saying it to me, and I said, could you please write it down? Because I want to put it in the GPS, right? I don't want to guess the restaurant. I'm frustrated. I just want to get there, right? Look at this. This is beautiful. Wow. And then, so I come back to my car, and I put it in my car, and it took me, like I said, it took me, I recognized all the street names and everything. Look at this. It's so beautiful. I knew all the street names and everything, but I didn't recognize where I was even headed. So anyway, I got where the GPS told me to go, and I parked, and I walked in. Oh, this restaurant, it was just fantastic. You walk in, it was just, the energy, the mood was very light and chill and airy. And I went up, and they had a menu there, and I saw my roti the way I like it, and I said, the chicken roti, please. I said, I'll take 2, because I live an hour and a half away from this place. So I got my 2 rotis, and a few smiles, And off I go, and I went straight to my car, and I ate half one straight away before I even drove. And that was God. As soon as I said, Jesus, take the wheel, pretty much, he did, and he led me right to it. And then I went right. And it was right on like the highway, right where the highway was to get me home. Thank you, Jesus. That's all you can say, really. Okay, that was my God's guidance story. Another one.